My name is Tessa. I am 26 years old. I work in marketing now. But this is not the story I want to tell you. This story started 3 months ago. It was about my dream job and about the worst person from my past. I had been looking for a job for 2 years. I wanted to work in a big advertising company. I sent my resume to many places. Nobody called me back. I was getting very sad. I had no money left. I lived with my parents again. I felt like a failure. Then one day, I got a phone call. It was from Creative Works. This was the best advertising company in the city. They wanted to meet me. I was so happy. I jumped up and down in my room. This was my dream job. I put on my best clothes. I went to the interview. The office was beautiful. Everything was modern and clean. The walls had amazing ads on them. I wanted to work there so badly. The interview went very well. They asked me about my ideas. They liked my answers. The woman said they would call me soon. I walked out of the building feeling great. I thought my life was finally changing. 2 days later, they called me. I got the job. I was so excited. I called my parents. I called my friends. Everyone was happy for me. I was going to start on Monday. Monday morning came. I woke up early. I put on my new work clothes. I looked in the mirror. I looked professional. I felt confident. Nothing could go wrong today. I walked into the office. A woman showed me to my desk. She told me about the company. She gave me papers to read. Then she said something that made my blood freeze.
Your supervisor will be here soon. His name is Victor Miller. He will show you everything you need to know.
Victor Miller. That name made me feel sick. That was my ex-boyfriend's name. But there were many Victor Millers in the world. It couldn't be him. Not here. Not at my dream job. But then I saw him walking toward me. It was him. The same brown hair. The same green eyes. The same smile.
Tessa,
He said. His voice was exactly the same.
what a surprise.
I couldn't speak. I just looked at him. 3 years ago, we broke up. It was terrible. He was mean to me. He made me feel small. He never listened to me. He only cared about himself. When I finally left him, I promised myself I would never see him again. Now he was standing in front of me. He was my supervisor. He had power over me. This was like a bad dream,
I know this is strange,
Victor said.
but we are both adults now. We can work together.
I wanted to leave. I wanted to run out of the office and never come back. But this was my dream job. I had looked for work for 2 years. I needed this job. I needed the money. I needed the experience. That night, I couldn't sleep. I thought about leaving. But where would I go? Nobody else wanted to hire me. I made a hard decision. I would stay for 1 year. I would get experience. Then I could find another job. I just had to be strong for 1 year. The next day, I went back to work. Victor was nice to me. He helped me learn my job. He answered my questions. He even brought me coffee. Maybe he had changed. Maybe this would be okay. For the first month, everything was good. Victor was a different person. He was kind. He listened to me. He praised my work. Sometimes he asked me to have lunch with him. I said no, but he was polite about it.
I know I made mistakes before.
He told me one day.
I was young and stupid, but I have learned. I am different now.
One evening, he asked me to stay after work. Everyone else had gone home. The office was quiet and dark.
Tessa,
He said,
I miss you. I miss us. I want you back.
My heart started beating fast. I felt scared. This was what I was afraid of. No, Victor, I said. That time is over. We are just co-workers now. His face changed. His eyes became cold and angry.
Think carefully, Tessa.
He said slowly.
I am your supervisor. I write your reviews. I decide if you keep this job or not. If you say no to me, I can make your life very difficult here. I can make you lose your job.
I felt sick to my stomach. I couldn't believe what he was saying. But I looked at his face, and I knew he was serious. You can't do that, I said. But my voice was shaking.
I can,
He said,
and I will. Choose carefully.
I needed this job. I had no money. I had nowhere else to go. With tears in my eyes, I said yes. So we started dating again. At first, Victor was wonderful. He brought me flowers. He took me to nice restaurants. He was kind and loving. He told me he had really changed.
I missed you so much.
He would say.
I will never hurt you again.
At work, he helped me with my projects. He praised my work in front of other people. He was supportive and caring. I started to think maybe I was wrong about him. Maybe people really could change. For 2 months, everything was perfect. Victor was like a different person. He was the man I had fallen in love with years ago. I started to believe we could have a happy future together. But I was wrong. In the 3rd month, Victor started changing back to his old self. He began criticizing my work more. He gave me too much to do. He made me stay late. He criticized everything I did. He gave me impossible tasks. He made me look stupid in front of other people.
You're not working hard enough.
He would say.
You need to do better.
But I was working very hard. I was doing good work. Other people told me so. Only Victor had problems with my work. Outside of work, he was even worse. He controlled everything I did. He checked my phone. He told me what clothes to wear. He told me where I could go. He didn't let me see my friends.
Your friends don't like me.
He would say.
If you really loved me, you wouldn't need them.
He made me delete their phone numbers. He made me stay home with him every night. When I talked to my family, he listened to every word.
What are you telling them about me?
He would ask.
Are you complaining about me?
I felt like I was drowning. I had no friends. I had no freedom. I had no happiness. But I was trapped. I needed the job, and he controlled the job. In the 4th month, I couldn't take it anymore. I was crying every day. I couldn't eat. I couldn't sleep. I felt like I was going crazy. I decided I had to leave. I didn't care about my dream job anymore. I didn't care about money or experience. My mental health was more important than anything. I was going to quit and break up with Victor on Friday. But Thursday morning, something incredible happened. Mrs. Johnson, the big boss, called me to her office.
Tessa,
She said,
I have been watching your work. It is excellent. I want to promote you. You will work directly for me now. You will manage our biggest accounts.
I couldn't believe it. I was getting promoted. I wouldn't have to work with Victor anymore. I would have my own office. I would make more money. This was even better than my dream job. Thank you so much, I told Mrs. Johnson. I won't disappoint you. That day, I moved to a new office on a higher floor. I also broke up with Victor. We are over, I told him. I don't need you anymore. Victor came to see me in my new office. His face was red. He was very angry.
This should have been my promotion.
He said,
And you can't leave me. We belong together.
No, Victor, I said. We don't. And now you can't threaten my job anymore. For the first time in months, I felt free. I felt strong. 2 years passed. I worked very hard. I learned a lot. I helped the company make a lot of money. Mrs. Johnson was very happy with me. Then one day, she called me to her office again.
Tessa,
She said,
I am promoting you again. You will be the director of operations. You will supervise all the supervisors in the company.
I almost fell off my chair. This meant I would be Victor's boss. After everything he did to me, I would have power over him. The next Monday, I sat in my new office. It was huge. It had big windows. I had my own assistant. I looked at my computer screen. I had a meeting with all the supervisors. Victor's name was on the list. When he walked into the meeting room, his face went white. He looked shocked. He probably never thought this day would come. Good morning, everyone, I said to all the supervisors. I am looking forward to working with all of you. Victor didn't say anything. He just stared at me. After the meeting, Victor came to my office.
Tessa,
He said,
we need to talk.
About what? I asked. I sat behind my big desk. I felt confident and strong.
About us. About the past. I know I made mistakes.
That was a long time ago, Victor, I said. Now we have work to do. For the first time in my life, I had the power, but I didn't want to be mean like he was. I just wanted to do my job well. Sometimes in life, bad things happen to us, but sometimes those bad things lead us to something better. I almost quit my dream job because of Victor, but I stayed strong. I worked hard. Now I have something even better than my dream job. And Victor, he still works under me. He does his job. He doesn't bother me anymore. Sometimes I see him looking at me with sad eyes, but that time in our lives is over. What do you think? Should Tessa forgive Victor for the past, Or is it better to just move on and focus on her success? Tell us your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoyed this story, don't forget to give it a like. And if you want more stories like this to practice your English, make sure to subscribe and hit the bell so you never miss one. Lesson of the day: supervisor. Supervisor means a person at work who manages you and tells you what to do. It is similar to boss, but sometimes a supervisor is not the big boss, just the person above you. Examples from the story. Your supervisor will be here soon. I am your supervisor. I write your reviews. I decide if you keep this job or not. I had a meeting with all the supervisors. Victor's name was on the list. Good morning, everyone, I said to all the supervisors. More examples. My supervisor gave me new tasks this morning. If I have a problem at work, I talk to my supervisor.